Hey now, YouTube. Joe brings it. Back again, Cali. Part 2 of 2 PSA submission preview videos from Cali on this gorgeous Saturday evening. Gonna talk vintage baseball cards the way we like to do it here, vintage style. Like I mentioned in my previous video, I'm getting all of these autographs authenticated and graded, taking advantage of my free 46 PSA free submissions for joining the last few years. I'm getting all of these expensive submissions out of the way because they're free. You gotta love that. After we finish all the autographs, we're gonna move to the raw cards, the regular cards, the graded cards, and see what we can do. But as of right now, we're continuing the final preview, 2 of 2 of January submissions. We'll see what February brings, other than my birthday, February 14th. Remember that, Valentine's Day. All right, guys, like I like to say on here we go. First up, talking baseball cards, autograph style, the way we like to do it here on YouTube. Check this out. 1964 Topps Giants, lefty legend, New York Yankees, Whitey Ford autograph. Those of you who have seen my previous videos know that I love this set. In raw form, it's an affordable, popular set. A great way to get into the vintage game. I like to do it autograph style. There are some big names on this set that I don't think I'm ever gonna get. First of all, the Roberto Clemente. Ask Dustin Bellinger about that. How much is that card gonna set us back, buddy? Impossible. Then we get into the big buck cards that are feasible, but really, really hard to do with the resources that someone like myself has. The Mickey Mantle, the Sandy Koufax, the Hank Aaron, the Willie Mays, the Nellie Fox. They start getting expensive. I'm probably not going to ever complete it, but I want to get as many Hall of Famers as I can, and I'm going to bust my butt to keep plugging and plugging away. Over the years, it's going to get there. So this is the first one that I'm going to submit. Whitey Ford. I love the way he's looking out, into the sunset there. He's older here. He's got the lines. He's been through the World Series. He's a champion. He's got that gray hair on the side. I love it, man. What I really love about this card, look at that Whitey Ford autograph. Perfection. Beautiful Whitey Ford autograph, man. Bold black Sharpie. That looks like it was a brand new thin style Sharpie. None of this thick boldness. Man, that's going to grade it high. It's going to get a 10. I just feel it. But regardless, this is in my collection. I'm so happy to have it. And I can't wait to see what the result is when I submit it to PSA. I mean, these cards are awesome. It's just like I said in my previous video, the only thing I'm afraid of is I'm not an expert at grading. It's hard to tell. I can't tell if these cards are trimmed. They all look the same size, and that's the one thing that I'm worried about. But it is what it is. I'm going to learn. I'm going to have some hits. I'm going to have some misses. Regardless, that autograph is 100% a hit. Whitey Ford, Hall of Famer, top 10 pitchers of all time, World Series champion many times over. Up next, in this final Joey Brings It PSA submission preview video, I said we were doing Hall of Famers all day long and twice on Sunday. We're not at Sunday yet, but we might as well be, because there's Hall of Famers all over the place. We got them on the East Coast with Whitey Ford. We got him on the West Coast with Juan Marichal. Check out that card. Look at that beautiful blue sky in the background. San Francisco cap. I love it, man. Beautiful, bold blue Sharpie autograph. Juan Marichal, Hall of Famer, Giant legend. This guy was kick-ass. Not only was he one of the greatest pitchers of all time, fierce, dominating competitor, the best kick, man. Him, right-handed, will blow you away with that kick. On the left-handed side was Warren Spahn, for sure. But this guy was a beast, man. Who remembers that image of him getting that bat? And who did he crack over the head? I can't think offhand. This guy cracked somebody over the head with the bat. Man, no shame in his game. You came in his space, you are going down. The way baseball was in the 60s. Hey, there was no such thing. What are you going to suspend him of? Making $10,000 a month? So be it. He's not losing millions the way the guys do now. Somebody came in his space, whatever it was, challenged his manhood. This guy's standing you up. What? He just cracked somebody over the head with that bat. Crazy, man. But one of the most dominating pitchers, for sure, National League superstar, Juan Marichal. I love that card, man. Another great card from this set, 1964 Topps Giants Hall of Famer. Check this out. 1964 Topps Giants, Jim Bunning, Hall of Famer in the Phillies uniform, posing for the Topps photographer. Look at that autograph. Got to love it. This guy's a really famous signer. He just passed away recently, but he has one of the nicest autographs around. An easy autograph to come by, not very expensive, but it's so awesome to get one in your PC, especially if you're a Hall of Fame collector. This is one you got to have. Let's get some good music going on here. Been having problems with my Wi-Fi the last couple of days. Too many of you guys on YouTube, man. We'll see if we can get that back up and running. Look at that pose. Jim Bunning, Philadelphia Phillies. What is up, Mike? Oh! How do you like that autograph? Ray from Philly. A player from your era, from your town. Hall of Famer. I love these guys, man. 1964 Topps Giants is such a fun way to collect. One more time. Look at that autograph. Woo, very, very nice. So we've shown 3 Hall of Fame pictures with all super bold, beautiful autographs. Superstars in their time and beautiful 1964 Topps Giants. The last one I'm going to show you guys today, if this is a January submission for Joey Brings It, autograph collection, 1964 Topps Giants. Check this one out. Talking about right-handers that will bring it the way Joey brings it. Bob Gibson. Man, you have Game 7 of any World Series, of any National League Championship Series, of any game in CIF high school playoffs, Little League World Series, Little League City Championship game. This is the guy you want on the mound. Bob Gibson or someone like Bob Gibson. This guy came to play when it was time to show up and put up and bring home the championship. I don't think there was anybody as good as this guy. Rules were changed because of this guy. The heater he brought was just amazing. The results speak for themselves. Bob Gibson, man, one of the favorites of collectors here. I mean, I love this card. Look at that pose and look at that autograph. The way I collect, the way I purchase cards is I'm very patient. You can go to any auction house, any LCS, eBay, wherever you want to buy cards from, Four Sharp Corners, and you can find these cards. They're a lot harder to find autographed. But the way I do it is I'm patient. I wait for one that just calls to me. That's the one I want. I just, if I'm in the mood, I want a 1964 Topps Bob Gibson card. I just don't buy the first one I see. I wait and I scope them out and I go, this one's cool, but it's not going to make me happy. And I waited and I found this one. Look at that autograph. A raw edition, a raw card that's going to grade a 9, maybe a 10. I'm not an expert on Bob Gibson autographs. I know this one is sharp and smooth, but I'm not sure on the history of how he signs, if that's a common signature, if that's a messy one. But it should grade a 9 or a 10. Regardless, it's mine. It's in my collection. And these are the 4 cards that I brought out to finish off the 2018 January preview PSA autograph submissions for Joey Brings It. What do you guys notice about these cards right here that I brought out today? What do they have in common? 1964 Topps Giants cards. Autographed, yes. Hall of Famers all day long. But these were all pitchers that dominated in their day. Dominated in their leagues, dominated in the World Series. If anybody on here is a baseball historian, combine Whitey Ford's World Series record, his postseason record, with Mr. Bob Gibson's. Does that compare to, like, let's say today's Dodger Kershaw? Man, not even close, man. These guys showed up to play Game 7 when it was time to bring home the ring, to bring home the title for their city, for their team, for their families. These guys showed up. No excuses, no folding under the pressure. We're talking about World Series champions. They brought it when the money was on the line, when the history was on the line. They were there all day long, proving themselves. Worthy members of the Hall of Fame. Gotta love these Top Giants cards, man. If you haven't seen my other video that I have on here, I have another pretty cool video of 1964 Topps Giants. Look, let me see. I'm trying to think of what the thumbnail is so you guys can look for it. Look, I think if I'm not mistaken, it's my Carl Yastrzemski autographed 1964 Topps Giants. Look for it, check it out. But today I wanted to show you guys the 4 awesome Hall of Fame pitchers that we're going to be sending into PSA. The video I did earlier today, those of you who saw, if you haven't seen it, check it out, where I showed off my Joe DiMaggio video autograph. 53 Bowman, not color, black and white. 3 Hall of Famers with that awesome autograph. Hoyt Wilhelm, the Knuckleball King, Bob Lemon, and Johnny Mize, another Yankee legend. How do you guys like those cards? $1969 music right here. The year I was born. And those of you in the know, anybody from the East Coast, where do you hear this song? All day long. In the 8th inning at historic Fenway Park. They play this song every 8th inning. So cool, man. Cards I showed earlier today. My favorite, Pete Rose, Charlie Hustle. The Hall of Fame smile after surpassing Ruth. crushing that ball. The guy that paved the way for that guy to crush the ball. Look at that. Beautiful Jackie Robinson photograph. Best catcher of all time. What's up, Mike? Jericho? Best Johnny Bench collection on all of YouTube. Check out his channel if you have not checked out his Johnny Bench collection. Mike, Jericho, Jericho, MI. Just look up Jericho, Johnny Bench. You will find his videos. Check out my top 10 YouTubers to watch. You'll get his name right there. Best Johnny Bench collector. And Ernie Banks, Mr. Cub. That's at the end of his career. They put him at first base. Sweet. All right, guys. One last view of these awesome 1964 Topps Giants cards before they head off to PSA headquarters to get the cards authenticated, to get the autographs graded. Gonna be back home in 20 days. Hopefully, every single one will be in that brand new PSA slab. You know, I know out of these 40 or so cards that I've shown, it's gonna be almost impossible to get them all, you know, slab. It's just the way it is. I've seen everybody's submission videos before. I saw an Elite Co 3 submission video where he sent in, if I'm not mistaken, 10 cards to get crossed over, and he was 2 for 10. And you still have to pay for them. 2 for 10 on submissions. Man, if I'm 2 for 10, I'm gonna fall out of my chair, man. I'm gonna be crying on YouTube in front of all you guys. Not because of the money. The money comes and goes. I'm going to be crying because I want my cards slabbed. You know, the reason they wouldn't be slabbed would be because they're trimmed. That's the trimmed or the coloring is the one thing that I'm nervous about. I don't know how to tell. You know, all the cards look like they're cut the same. They look the same size, but I know there's going to be a few misses among my mini hits. We'll see, guys. 20 days, end of February. Be looking for my PSA. Joey Brings It reveals right here on YouTube. Same bat channel as always. Can't wait to see that Joe DiMaggio come back. All right, guys. Signing off from Cali. Wishing you guys a great weekend. Once again, Joey Brings It. Stay blessed, everybody. Stay safe. Peace. See you guys.